It's been another great week for us, scoring 74 points and moving up to 288,000 overall rank. Let's take a look at how the team performed. Arsenal made it 4 successive wins and restricted Everton to just 3 shots on target. Meanwhile, Richards was pretty fortunate to get a clean sheet after Calvert-Lewin missed his penalty, and Brighton also limited Sunderland to just 4 shots on target. The midfield wasn't much to be proud of apart from Bruno and Dango. Dango assisted Thiago for a simple finish into the open net, and trusting Bruno with the captaincy once again paid off after his 2 assists, bringing him closer to Henry's record. The front line, however, was disappointing as both João Pedro and Haaland blanked, with Newcastle and West Ham doing well to keep them quiet. So overall a great week, but now let's move on to the transfer plans for blank game week 31. We currently have 2 players blanking, so we need to make transfers to field a full starting 11. Our first move is transferring out Chris Richards for Newcastle's Malik Chow. Chow has only returned twice in the last 5 matches, but he has hit the DEFCON in 4 of those 5 games. Newcastle now face arch-rivals Sunderland, who are dealing with several injuries across the squad, so the defensive returns could continue. For the second transfer, we're considering moving out one of our City assets, either Erling Haaland or Antoine Semenyo. If we go down the Haaland route, Brentford's Igor Thiago would come in. Thiago himself isn't in the best form, with just 2 returns in the last 4 matches, but he now faces a Leeds side without a win in their last 5, keeping only 1 clean sheet in that period. Alternatively, if we were to sell Semenyo, Anthony Gordon has really caught our eye with back-to-back goals. He's benefiting from Eddie Howe trusting him in the striker role. Over the last 2 matches, only João Pedro has bettered his 2.44 expected goals. He also faces Sunderland, who have just 1 win in their last 6 matches, while conceding 9 goals in that period. At the moment, we're leaning towards the first route. Lastly, we've saved 1 transfer in case Nordi Mukiele is unavailable this week, so we'll keep a close eye on the press conferences before confirming the moves. With the transfer decisions sorted, let's take a look at the squad ahead of the blank game week 31 deadline. With Arsenal blanking this week, we are trusting Martin Dubravka to rack up some save points against Fulham. Fulham themselves are not in great form, without a win in their last 2 matches and failing to score in either of them. Joining him in defence is Brighton's Van Hecke. Although they face a tough test against Liverpool, Brighton have conceded only 1 big chance in the last 3 matches, with no team conceding fewer in that period. So, we are hoping for a return here. There is also some concern over whether Nordi Mukiele is fit to start this week as he faces arch-rivals Newcastle away from home. Although Sunderland have some major injury concerns, they have still conceded 3 big chances in their last 3 matches. Harry Wilson returned to the starting 11 but couldn't continue his good run after blanking last week. He now faces a Burnley side who have conceded the most away goals with 35, and prior to last week they had gone 11 matches without a clean sheet. Dango Ouattara returned with an assist for Igor Thiago to score into an open net. In that match, Dango created 4 chances and produced 1.02 expected assists, the highest in the league that week. He now faces a Leeds side without a win in their last 3 matches, keeping just 1 clean sheet in that run. It has been, honestly, pretty frustrating owning Morgan Rogers over the past few weeks with 5 consecutive blanks. He now faces a tough test against a relegation-battling West Ham side who are actually in decent defensive form, keeping 3 clean sheets in their last 6 matches. Up front, we have no choice but to start Krupi Jr. this week despite his limited minutes. Although Bournemouth have been playing good football, they lack the finishing touch, scoring just 4 goals in their last 6 matches, which is slightly concerning. João Pedro blanked last week after his heroic hat-trick the week before. However, he has generated 2.84 expected goals over the last 2 game weeks, more than any other player. He now faces an Everton side who haven't been great at home, conceding 19 goals so far. Both Igor Thiago and João Pedro are strong captaincy candidates this week, but once again we are leaning towards Bruno Fernandes. He has been in great form with 2 double-digit hauls in his last 3 matches. With his 2 assists last week, he is now on the verge of matching Thierry Henry's record. He now faces Bournemouth, who have actually been fairly solid defensively. What about you? How is your team shaping up for blank game week 31? Are you planning on using any chips this week? And who's your captain? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for Game Week 31. If you're new here, hit subscribe for weekly FPL tips, join our mini-league linked below and smash that like button. Don't forget to follow us on X and Instagram. We'll post our final team just before the deadline.